Question 2I. Given, kind of bare bones, isn't it? Not a whole lot here. Given a equals x plus 5 and b equals x squared minus 18, express a squared plus b in standard form. Weird. So what I'm going to do, I don't know. I've always found bringing stuff out into the open helps me feel a little bit better about approaching things. So I don't know. I recommend it for you if you've never really known how to start this. So I'm going to start by writing a squared plus b. Just bring it out in the open. Okay. And now what are we given? We're given a equals x plus 5 and b equals x squared minus 18. So a's real name is x plus 5 and b's real name is x squared minus 18. What do you think I'm going to have to do with the a and the b here with the real names that they gave us? I'm going to sub them in. I'm going to plug them in. So where a used to be, I'm going to put parentheses squared plus, and where b used to be, I'm going to put his real name. So this is like my shell. Okay, a squared plus b. A's real name is x plus 5. And b's real name is x squared minus 18. And that's step one. Plug in the a and the b. Now, math if you can, and we do have some math. Now, which of these parentheses has some math to do to it, do you think? Is it going to be the x plus 5 squared or the x squared minus 18? Which one do I need to do math with now? The x plus 5, because he has a squared outside the parenthesis. He has something I need to deal with. The other parentheses here are kind of bare bones. We've got parentheses and the guy's locked inside, so he's good. This one has a parenthesis outside, so I need to get that squared taken care of. If you have something squared off to the side over here, hopefully you remember x plus 5 squared. Something squared just means that thing times itself. That's a fact, right? Because something squared is that thing times itself. So if this was 12 squared, it would be 12 times 12, right? 9 squared would be 9 times 9. Blob squared is blob times blob. Okay? So I need to multiply these two blobs. When you multiply polynomials, what do you need to draw when you're multiplying polynomials? A box. And the box needs to accommodate the size of the polynomials you're multiplying. I'm multiplying a 2 by 2, a binomial times a binomial, so my box is going to be a 2 by 2. So we're doing this. We're getting this part of the expression cleaned up. We're going to simplify it and then bring the simplified thing back into the full expression and then combine it and add it, and then we're good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put x plus 5 on the top here, x plus 5 on the side here, and we're timesing. We're multiplying to fill the boxes. Hopefully this is a little bit quicker. X times x should be x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times x is also 5x. I'm going kind of quick here. 5 times 5 is 25. I got my 4 pieces. Once we have our 4 terms in there, what should we look for? Anybody that is a like term, same last name. Do I have anybody with the same last name? I do. On the diagonal, the x's, 5x and 5x. What's 5x plus 5x? How many x's? 10x. The x squared and 25 don't have any like terms, so I'm just going to bring them in back into the problem without combining anything. So I'm back here in the question. I'm going to write x squared from the box plus 5 plus 5 gave us 10x. That positive 25 comes in as a plus 25. Plus sign is it? Plus, now this polynomial here, there's an invisible 1 in front. So if I distribute through with that invisible 1, I'm just going to get it back, right? So I'm going to bring this down as plus x squared. I'm literally just rewriting it without the parentheses. Minus 18, okay? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. What would be a good thing to look for? Should be muscle memory. 5 people. What should I look for? Like terms. Okay? X squared and x squared go together, same last name. 10x doesn't go with anyone, so I'll just give him his own double. And then 25 and negative 18 are going to combine. So combine the like terms, put them in standard form, the biggest x squared, x cubed, whatever, to the smallest to no exponent. So x squared plus x squared, 1x squared plus 1x squared. Remember, we got a couple invisible 1s in there. 1 plus 1 would be 2. Put an equal sign there. 2x squared. Last name stays the same. 10x has no like terms, so I'm just going to put plus 10x there. And the last one is the 25 and the negative 18. So combine 25 with negative 18. Use your calculator. I don't mess with negatives on the Regents special. We got garbage in there. 25 plus negative 18, positive 7. So it gets glued on as a plus 7. Okay? This question's done. Now, I want to quickly address something here at the end. It says express it in standard form, right? Standard form just means biggest exponent to smallest exponent. Most of the time when we solve these expressions, you already do that, right? It looks weird when it's not in standard form. So I've had kids on Regents exams in the past where they write this answer and they're like, I don't remember what it means to write it in standard form. You already have it in standard form. They're just trying to get in your head. Standard form means biggest to smallest to know, right? Sometimes it says express a squared plus b as a trinomial. This is already a trinomial, right? It's got 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. It's already a trinomial. So again, kids will get this right and they'll go, Mr. K, I got to rewrite it as a trinomial. I don't remember how to do that part. You did it. It's a trinomial. They're just getting in your head, okay? If you write it from biggest exponent to smallest exponent every time, you will never be wrong because they've never said, and don't write it in standard form. They've never said that, ever. So good practice. Write it in standard form every time and you don't even have to think about that on the Regents, okay? So quick note, please note it. It's important.